This table shows the increase in bus fares. Sohan's new bus fare is 72 pence. How much has his bus fare gone up? So we know that his new fare is 72 pence, which we can see here, and if we look across, we know that his old fare would have been 60 pence. But the question doesn't ask what was his old fare. The question asks how much has his bus fare gone up. So how much more is 72 pence than 60 pence? So here, because we're finding the difference, we need to use subtraction, and 72 minus 60 is 12. So that means his fare has gone up by 12 pence, because 72 pence is 12 pence more than 60 pence. Now, Millie says my bus fare has gone up by 10 pence. How much is Millie's new bus fare? So we need to look at the old fare and the new fare and find a difference of 10 pence. And we can see that 75 pence plus 10 pence is 85 pence. So that means that Millie's new bus fare, her new fare, will be 85 pence. Her old fare was 75 pence, but it's gone up by 10 pence, so it is now 85 pence. Here are 5-digit cards. We have 1, 3, 4, 6 and 9. Use each card once to complete the statements below. So first we have a number with 8 ones, and that's greater than a number with 5 tens. So we know that the tens digit will need to be greater than 5. So that's either the 6 or the 9. But because there are two possible different answers, the best thing to do is to leave that and then find where there's only one possible answer. So if we look at this question down here, we need a single digit number that's greater than 7. And so here, the only card that we can use, the only number we have that's greater than 7 is the 9. So that means the 9 must be this card here, which means that we need to use the 6 here, because if a number has 6 tens, it will always be greater than any number with 5 tens. And because we've already used the 9 down here, we know that this card will need to be the 6, because that's our only other number that's greater than 5. Now the ones digit could be any of our remaining numbers, because if a number has more tens and it's a 2-digit number, it will be larger. So let's look at this question down here. We have something with a 0 as the ones digit is less than a number with 2 tens. So here we need to use the 1, because if we use any other card, we'll have a number with more than 2 tens, and this side needs to be less than. So now we could use any of our remaining ones digits for these digits here. So we could have the 3 here and the 4 here, because 68 is greater than 53 and 10 is less than 24. Or we could switch these around, because 68 is greater than 54 and 10 is still less than 23. Katie has these digit cards, 5, 7 and 2. She makes different 2-digit numbers with them. Write all the 2-digit numbers Katie can make with them. So if she has the 5 first, she can have 57. That's a 2-digit number because we have a tens digit and a ones digit, so that's 2 digits altogether. Or if she has the 5 first, she could then have 2 as the ones digit. Now if she has the 7 first, she could have 75 or 72. And if she has 2 as the tens digit, she could have 27 or 25. So we've written all the 2-digit numbers Katie can make. Here is a Carroll diagram for sorting numbers. Write these 5 numbers in the correct places on the diagram. So we need to find whether these numbers are odd or not odd. So we need to remember that an odd number ends in 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9. So an odd number is not an even number. A number that is not odd is even because an even number ends in 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8. We also need to know whether or not a number is a 3-digit number. So that's a number with a hundreds, tens and ones digit because that's 3 digits altogether. So first we have 25. That ends in a 5, so it's odd, and it's not a 3-digit number because the number 25 only has tens and ones, so only has 2 digits. 247 is odd because it ends in a 7, and it's a 3-digit number because we have digits for the hundreds, tens and ones. Now we have 7002. So the 2 on the end tells us that it's an even number, so it's not odd, but that's a 4-digit number, so it's not a 3-digit number and it's not odd. 49 is an odd number because it ends in a 9, but it's not a 3-digit number, it only has 2 digits. And now 990 is an even number, so that's not odd because it ends in a 0, and it's a 3-digit number, so we need to write 990 in this section here. Write these numbers in the correct places on the Venn diagram. Some numbers are already placed. So we have numbers less than 200 in this circle and odd numbers in this circle here. And where the circles overlap, that will be numbers less than 200, which are also odd numbers. So we can remember that odd numbers end in 1, 3, 5, 7 or 9. So odd numbers are not even numbers, not multiples of 2, not numbers in the 2 times table. So first we have the number 99. That's less than 200, and it's an odd number because it ends in a 9. So we need to write 99 in the section where the circles overlap to show that it's both. Now we have 170. That's less than 200, but 170 is an even number because it ends in a 0, so it's not an odd number. That means we need to write 170 in this section here to show that it's in the circle for less than 200, but not in the circle for odd numbers. And now we have 221. That's not less than 200 because 221 is more than 200. But it is an odd number because it ends in a 1. So we need to write 221 here. Write in the numbers missing from the white squares. So we have a white square with a number missing here, and we can see that what comes after it is 2, 4, 6, so we're adding 2 each time. So this number will be 2 less than 2, so that's 0, because 0 plus 2 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, and now on this row we have 8, 10, so this will be 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, and if we keep adding 2's, we get 26, 28, and that means this square here will be 30. Sweets are 35 pence and juice is 30 pence. Sarah has 90 pence. She buys a packet of sweets and a carton of juice. How much money does she have left? So first, let's find out how much she spent. She spent 35 pence on a packet of sweets and 30 pence on a carton of juice. So if we add, that's 65 pence altogether. But the question doesn't ask how much has she spent, it asks how much money does she have left. So if she started with 90 pence and spent 65 pence, we can work out 90 minus 65 to find how much she has left. So she has 25 pence left. Annie ate 1/8 of the pizza, Grace ate 2/8 of the pizza, Tom ate the rest. Who ate the most pizza? Well, Tom must have eaten the most pizza, because we know that Annie ate 1/8, so that's 1 part out of 8 in blue, and Grace ate 2/8, so that's 2 parts out of 8 in red. And Tom ate the rest, so that means Tom must have eaten 5/8 of the pizza. So Annie ate 1/8, Grace ate 2/8, and the whole pizza will be 8/8, because if we have a fraction with the same numerator and denominator, that's 1 whole. So when we're adding fractions, the denominator stays the same, and 1 plus 2 plus 5 is 8. So that means Tom ate the most pizza, because he ate 5/8 of the pizza.